Hey guys, welcome to Spartanburg, and I'm here at the BMW plant with this. It's a Mini, and of course you know that BMW owns Mini, and this is the brand new 2025 Mini Convertible. In this video, I'm going to show you what's under the hood. We're going to go inside, show you the new interior. We're going to show you the trunk. We'll pop the top so you can see what it's like to have a topless Mini, and of course I will tell you at the end how much it costs, because this will be hitting the dealerships in January of 2025. So come on with me. Let's look at the new front, the new fascia of the Mini. Now, of course, this is the Mini Cooper S, which means it's got the bigger powertrain. It is a 2-liter turbo, and I'll show you that in a second. But as you can tell, the design is more evolutionary than revolutionary. I mean, Mini has, of course, always been classic in its design language, and BMW hasn't fussed with that too much, and I think that's a good thing. As you can tell now, there's a little bit more of a grille with this center line that kind of gives the car more of a broad outline. You've got the new headlights, and you've got this new blue color, which kind of looks like the same blue, but it isn't, that was on our long-term electric Mini SE. Now over here, we have a new set of wheels, and one of the things that makes Mini so popular is that you can make this car your own. You know that. There are literally hundreds of combinations that you can choose to make this your very own Mini. And one of the things that I love is the Union Jack right here on the convertible top. So if you're an Anglophile and you love the British, this expresses that, of course. And back here, remember there used to be these kind of funky taillights. They've changed those around. So they are no longer part of the Union Jack, but then they are no longer confusing because the old ones kind of look like turn signals. Once again, people will know you've got the Cooper S very visibly and boldly placed on the tail. So let's take a look at what's under the hood. And you probably know what's under the hood because it's a 2-liter turbo. You're not going to see much. It's all covered up. Produces 201 horsepower, and it's paired to a dual clutch 7-speed transmission. Now, of course, this being the convertible, it's not all-wheel drive, it's not an all-4. It powers the front wheels, and I'm assuming it's pretty quick, but you'll have to wait for the full driving review. This is the first look walk around. I also like these holes for the headlights. If you recall, in the first BMW generation of Minis, they had the headlights up here, and it had the inconvenient feature of blinding airplanes when you opened up the hood, because the headlights went up with the hood, and then when you slammed the hood, they also became a little disconjointed, so you could unaim them. All right, let's take a look at the interior. I love Mini interiors. They're always so character-filled and joyful, and of course, this one is no exception. So you've got really interesting use of materials. Here you have a strap to open up this little cubby for the key. The seats, in this case, I believe are heated because this is the Cooper S. And then you've got these really, dare I say, almost cotton fabric style materials. And in this generation, Mini has simplified everything, maybe a little too much, where it's all in here. So if you look at the central console, you'll see that you can tell you've got both doors open. There's how much power you're putting out. There's your fuel level. There's your HVAC controls right there. And of course, you've got a home button that allows you to find out where everything is. Come on in with me and let's close the door, and I'll show you some of the interesting drive modes. Hop in. So one of the things that makes this unique is that you really only have 4 controls here. You have a rotary volume knob, which is nice, but you also have your engine start. So we'll start the engine. And then this is your gear selector, which is now a little bit more, shall I say, minimalist. And the interesting part, I don't know if you can see on this side, it actually lights up. It tells you it's a stop-start button. So if you're sitting as a passenger, you can actually see that that is indeed the ignition. And then you've got 7 different drive modes. BMW calls them experiences. So let's kind of go through them. So let's start with this one. Core is kind of your base when you're normally driving it, but then of course Mini has been known for its go-kart-like handling, and so if you put it in go-kart, this all changes. You heard that? Somebody's very happy to be driving a Mini, and it changes the way the information is displayed. Now, of course, you're looking at horsepower and torque numbers and little arrows for your power and your fuel. That's one. Core is core is 2. Let's keep going. Green, that is of course the fuel efficient mode. And that changes your throttle mapping. It also changes how heavy your steering is. So it does actually change real dynamics of the Mini when you're out there driving. So that's 3. Let's go to 4. Green again. Personal. This is kind of cool. It changes the background to whatever Spotify album you're listening to. So if, let's say you're listening to an album where the background for that song is purple, this will go purple. Let's keep going. Vivid. That makes it a little bit more party-like. So, you know, if you're in the mood to be happy and go topless, Vivid is a good one. Timeless is the classic Mini look. So this is much more of a classic display, kind of the old Mini. And, you know, you might be saying to yourself, why is all the information in the central binnacle here? And that's because Mini has always had the central binnacle from the get-go. So this is not something that Mini has done recently. And then in the end, there's balanced, which is more of a chill mode. So you can tell it's a little bit more of a blue color, gives you a little bit more calming. Now, Mini has still continued with the heads-up display, which, you know, isn't in the windscreen. It's in the little, can you see that? Yeah, it's in the little pop-up plexiglass, pop-up binnacle, and it's actually pretty good because I can see it with my polarized glasses on, which is pretty unusual. And then up to about 21 miles an hour, you can push this button, and that does 2 things. First, it creates a sunroof, and then if you hit it again and wait 18 seconds, you end up with what this is, of course, known for, and that is a nice convertible top. And this is when the sun comes in and the fun starts. Now, just for fun, I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to see if I can get in the back seat, which is going to be hilarious because it's pretty upright and it's pretty tight. So keep in mind, I only do this for you guys because I am 6'2", and I have feet. But let's see what it's like to sit in the back. I think if you had kids, maybe up to the age of 10, you know, this could actually be something that might be usable, but let's see how that goes. You know, I'm surprised. It's not bad. Uh-oh, 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 it's squishing me. It stopped, good. I was worried. It's not bad, you know, it's a little upright, but in a pinch, let's say you're going out to get some ice cream on a Sunday and you want to bring some buddies along, this isn't, you know, a bad option. And it's actually not too difficult because it's such a small car to get in and out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then if you have stuff you're bringing along, let's open up the back here. You can tell it's got actually quite a bit of room back here. You could fit easily a roller board. The problem is going to be the height here. It's a little, well, it's a little narrow, but in general, you know, it's not bad. And then if you do happen to have a very short and tiny friend, they can get out with the emergency stick. All right, let's wrap this up. Can you close that door, please? Thank you. I said at the beginning of this video that I was going to tell you how much this costs. If you get the non-S model, the base Cooper, it starts at about $35,000. And then if you want this much quicker 201 horsepower model, you're looking at around $38,000, you know, which is, in a time of COVID and supply chain issues and runaway inflation, not a bad price for a fun little 4-seater convertible that I was surprised that I could actually fit into. So if you're a Mini fan, boy or girl, you'll know that if it's a true Mini, it's built in England, and it's built in Oxford. So it's about as British as you can get, with, of course, a little bit of BMW zest thrown in. Guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below if this is something that you would consider. And as always, head on over to alltfl.com for more news, views, and first look Mini Cooper convertible reviews. I'll see you next time. Ciao.